Why most believers stay weak? You might have asked this question yourself. Why do most believers remain spiritually weak even after many years in church? Here is the uncomfortable answer. Because weakness has been normalized, not by God, but by what we were taught. We confuse emotion with strength, we confuse activity with growth, and we mistake inspiration for transformation. Why this matter now? This matters because weak believers cannot lead, cannot endure, and cannot discern. When faith stays shallow, your culture shapes you more than the truth does. Weak believers become dependent on some personalities instead of developing stability for themselves. They chase conferences instead of building discipline. In order to overcome, you have to be disciplined. They react emotionally instead of thinking clearly. They don't have their own way of thinking. The ones who mature gain influence and clarity. The ones who don't remain spectators in their own spiritual lives, these are the ones who are going to shine. First, weakness begins with emotional dependency. So when you depend on what pastors, bishops say, then you are weak. If your faith rises and falls based on how you feel, you are unstable. Second, many believers were taught to avoid deep study. Don't read for yourself. Don't go there. Don't do this. You know that. Don't read the Old Testament. Just stay there. Surface level sermons produce surface level strength. So what you are taught every week, every Sunday, it's not for you. It's for the bishops and priests, apostles. You have to read the Bible yourself. How old are you? 20, 40, 50, 60, 80, even 100? Take a time. Have you even taken 1 year to read the Bible for yourself? Third, discipline has been framed as legalism instead of growth. But no athlete grows without structure. You remember, when there is Olympics, people train every day, a year, 2 years before. This is the same for the spiritual growth. There's no difference. Long time ago, Christians often emphasize inner mastery. You have to go inner yourself. Seek for self-control and mental renewal. These are things that are not preached today. Why is that? Ask yourself. Some of those writings did not even make it into the final canon. The removed books. We always talk about the removed books. Why was that? Yet, these books stress discipline over excitement. Somewhere along the way, comfort replaced formation. Now, here is what most people are missing. Something you don't hear. Weakness is not caused by lack of prayer. It's caused by lack of structure. Let me say it again. Weakness is not caused by lack of prayer, because we pray day in, day out, every day, every week, every month, every year. This is caused by lack of structure. You can pray daily and still avoid growth. You can worship passionately and still lack self-control. You can attend church faithfully every day and still resist correction. Strength comes from training, not inspiration. Your strength comes from training, not inspiration. It comes from your Creator as you allow to be trained, not inspiration. This is the contradiction. We ask God for power, but avoid process what builds that power. How do we achieve to that power? Weakness feels spiritual because it's emotional, But real strength is quiet, disciplined, and consistent. If you truly want the strength, this is the question you have to be asking yourself. Stop chasing moments. Start building habits. Stop depending on motivation. Start embracing structure. Spiritual maturity is not dramatic, it's deliberate. Weakness survives in comfort. Remember, when you are in your comfort zone, that's when weakness survives. Strength grows in discipline. Here is the question you should be asking yourself. Are you spiritually inspired or spiritually trained? Are you inspired or trained? Tell me in comment, what is one habit you know you need to build? From now, March 1st, 2026, tell me, what is the one in the comment, what is the one habit you know you need to build? What do you want to change from now? Here is your takeaway lesson. Humanity often chooses comfort over formation. We prefer emotional over uncomfortable growth. But real strength in faith, character, leadership, or society comes from disciplined development. Weak systems collapse under pressure. Weak minds follow noise instead of truth. Strong individuals build stability quietly long before crisis arrives. Strong individuals build stability quietly long before crisis arrives. That's why when troubles come, we are prepared ahead of times. No wonder why 2019 so many people were taken by surprise, and those who were in the know were not taken by surprise. If we want a strong world, we must stop celebrating inspiration and start cultivating discipline. If this lesson blessed you, hit the like button, subscribe. See you in the next one as we grow and get inspiration on how to get disciplined. Don't be disciplined to get inspired. Do it the other way around. And from now on, you will change for sure. Thanks again. May God bless you. Shalom, shalom. Toda rabba. Tov meyod.